How many times I got to let y'all bitches know I'm why so many bitches wanna take my flow? I'm too hot, too dope, flow like that pink Chris and mimosa. Who the fuck doper? Niggas wanna run up in my spot.
Vibes. Look, Baby Go 2 is reloaded. Got the hottest tape in the streets right now. Yeah. Listen, look, they done broke up the tongue and now they got me started. You supposed to vacant apartment, shoot like a rapper but move like an artist. Only see blue when I roll out this coffin. Listen, think it's time that I clear up the rumors about who got the city on offense. I am not shorty, they see I'm maneuver, cause when I be stepping, moving them stompers, I get that motivation to the realest. I'm missing in my bag and not my feelings. I make a couple thousand for my minutes, trippy little step on mommy little minutes. I see him throwing shots but I don't feel it. We don't even know your block the go and spin it. Please you going, I already did it. The money you show made it up for citizens. Got up the porch, I fell in love with the court. I cannot play for no lackers. Went on the tour, realized I had to see more. You be coming, we still go backwards. Girl is a cross. She only beat for the sport till we catch you in here while I asked her. Moves like a boss. I fell in love with my sauce and I heard it until a rapper. Hold on, that's tough. I just straight out the town, that's us. Told them I got the crown. That what if the homies ain't feeling your sound? That's much. We're too booked in around, that's much. I lost my dog and I found bad luck. If you play with my name, you a clown. That's us for my team to LA. I am now that up. But I'm not underrated, that's an understatement. I'm the hottest coming off a feature. Went from my mother basement to 100 stages. I remember saving up the sneakers. Got me a deal before I got a feature. I was convinced to play me on his speaker. Body like never let nobody reach her. If he gon' say it, do it on a knee nut. Flow unlocked. Way too small, I don't know no op. Stay to my lane, now I know nuts up and they know what I think cause they know my block. I put in paper, these froze up rocks, so I'll go ahead and take it, go show my knock. Mama gon' break her, she know my fuck. I'm just trying to get paid and control my spot. Clack, 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 boom! Hottest in the city, you already know it. Baby Go 2 reloaded. Clap!
Young Devyn.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy LeBron, female rap elite, back with another video. Please make sure that you come in and that you thumbs up the video. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live. I'm sorry for rushing. I'm also sorry for being late, but yo, I got back late and I had to get dinner and shit. And you know, I stopped by Chick-fil-A and I said, you know what? I could get on here at 8:30 and just eat my food, but I'm really selfish when it comes to my food. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all like this, but I'm definitely, so let me tell you this. I don't eat on the phone. I don't do that shit. I don't give a fuck if I only got a morsel of food to eat. I don't want to eat it speaking to you on the phone. I want to indulge my food. I want to eat my food. I love to eat. I'm pretty sure a lot of you may feel that way. So anyway, I don't speak on the phone. And if I'm on the phone with a person and I hear them speaking, I'm that person. I get quiet and I'll be like, are you eating? Call me back. Like, why ain't you just enjoying your food? Like, I don't want to sit up here and hear you eat your food. So especially, I wasn't definitely about to get on here and eat my shit on here. Hell no. I want to enjoy my fries, all of that shit. So, you know, I drink the drink, but nah, I like to enjoy my food in my moment like that. Like, you know, hold on a second. Oh, this is one of my friends calling me. Hold on. Yeah, I could hit you back. So listen, please, I hope everybody comes in, thumbs up, all of that shit. You know, Nicki is going live at 9:30. Destiny, if you're in the building, please make yourself known. Shout out to Destiny, actually. I want to say this. So Destiny, you know that you always be talking about like the rap girls on the grind and shit. And you know, Young Devyn, she was one of the girls. Shout out to Young Devyn too. Shout out to her mother. She came through the channel yesterday and showed love too. So listen, so Young Devyn was one of the female rappers that I was watching, but what happened was Destiny actually being in the chat. She always talks about certain female rappers. She's talking about Lakia and, you know, different people. For me, certain people don't, I don't catch on to certain, like, I guess you could just kind of say, I like what I like pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So when she like mentioned her name, I had started going back through YouTube, and then that's when I found straight to it. See, and it's like where I kind of left off with Young Devyn is that when, you know, she was just doing freestyles. I didn't hear any songs or anything like that, you know, but it was like, I'm happy that you did that because it's like now I feel like I have some new shit to listen to. And it's like, it's good to broaden your music library for a person like me. Cause I don't like to be on the same shit all the time. Like I need different moods and different things. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Destiny. Make yourself known if you're here already. I want to send you the link so that when, matter of fact, damn, I need to send that through the phone. Let me send it through the phone actually right now. Let me send it through to shit. Hold on. Yeah, I could do it through Twitter, through my desktop. So listen, I want to talk about this Azealia Banks shit. Yo, Azealia Banks, she grinds my gears, and you want to know why? Because this girl thinks she's slick. Let's bring this shit up. Matter of fact, I put Kanye West in the title, but I switched that shit out. I didn't even want to talk about that shit. I was like, let me take that out. I don't want to talk about that right now. Let's get straight. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the motherfucking nitty gritty. Please make sure that you support the channel. Also, let me say that from the top because I don't even know if they going to monetize the shit, especially with that clip that I'm about to play when she did that interview when she looked like she was full up a damn liquor. Now that I look back at it, like her eyes was extra glossy. No, shout out to anybody who who may be going through shit. We all cope and struggle with things because I'm rolling up a blunt right now. But Azealia Banks always coming for somebody when she has so many apparent things. It's like, shorty, just be quiet. And the biggest thing about it is that you guys don't realize with this. Let's just jump straight into it. Yeah, let's jump. Wait. Do I want to do that? Nah, have a little control, nigga. Slow down. Let's slow down. All right. Hold on. Let's slow down. He want to eat the cookie like Lucius? Nah, we don't do those bars over here. Stop that. Oh shit, Blue Boo. Lola Brooke is dope, but with me, I like Lola Brooke, right? I think that she's a dope femc coming out of New York. I just haven't been impressed enough. If we want to be straight to the punch, I haven't been impressed enough. Like, I get it with the voice and all that shit, right? Like, I get it. Malibu Mitch do the voice too. I get it. I understand the cadence. I like that. But what the fuck is it outside of that? How can you switch it up? I get bored quick. I'm telling you, unless your lyricism is just there, I'm gonna get bored. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to those ladies. I think we all just like what we like, though. I like that song, I like 2 songs by Lola Brooke, and I think I like a freestyle by her. But shout out to her. She's making her way. She's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll catch on in a little bit. All right. So let's bring this up real quick with Azealia Banks' crazy ass. And yo, let me just say this. Azealia Banks, she doing this shit. And I want y'all to understand something, that like, this girl is not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you the value in what it is, the weak link. When you team up, when you try to like assist a weak link, what happens is Azealia Banks know that Cardi is weak, right? And you don't even realize what's going on. And I'm not trying to be funny, just to say, like, from a business point of view, that you got to understand business or whatever. No, what this girl is doing, she is trying to market on a different level. What if you would have to be a fool if you don't think that Azealia Banks realizes that by joining forces with Cardi B, that's also going to bring more listeners into her music. After all of that shit that she said about her, that love ain't genuine. Now she's sitting up here trying to talk. Yo, let me say something to you. And Azealia Banks, I don't even like to use the bitch word. I don't even like to do that shit. But the way that you trying to make black women look, talking about you hating on, listen, I promise you, and I'm a male. I never grew up looking at and like feeling like black women were less attractive than Latino women. Of course, like, beauty goes across. I never looked at, and I never felt like I've been around black women who wanted to fucking be Latino or vice versa. Let me even tell you how this shit go, because I have Latina friends too. So I remember my one friend Jessica. I've known her since she came from New York City. And she only dated like Spanish guys. And one day we were speaking, and she said, yeah, she was just like, she was like, black guys is cool or whatever. But she said, she was like, her mother and father is married. That's the way that she grew up. So she loves her culture. She loves, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like that. And maybe I could never relate to Azealia Banks' point of view, because she's definitely has self-hate going on. I've always been black and proud. I've never looked outside and felt like, oh, beauty, exists outside. Like, it doesn't exist within black people. So Azealia Banks, she's just problematic. She ride on white dick. Please make sure you support this channel. You know that they're going to monetize the shit. You already know it. And when it comes to her, and it's like the way that she's trying to go so hard for Cardi just to try to wave the flag. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be serious about it. You can apologize to me for going in on me, but we'll never be friends. Like, no, let me tell you something. And I bring it back to family. When I tell you, being in Texas and being 1,700 miles away from my family, I don't give a fuck. I'm not out here desperate or ever. Sometimes you be lonely and be like, damn, my family ain't just right there. But I was given something, raised with something that you can't take away from me. I'm never anywhere and just needy. I'm never nowhere and just like, I'm just flocking to people and trying to be their friends and trying to just, no, nigga, nah. And if you disrespected me, just keep your distance. I don't give a fuck if you trying to listen. Azealia Banks has done this fluff with many people. You remember when Azealia Banks was on that apology tour and she was apologizing to, it's so much with her. It's so much with her, right? So I just want to say this while I'm in it. So not only is Azealia Banks by trying to drag Nicki Minaj, she's trying to market to the Little Kim and all of the people fans that hate Nicki, and she's trying to get them in. And you notice she's releasing music within it too. What she's also trying to do is trying to send like the message back to the female rap group chat, like, oh, she's bugging on Nicki, she's doing this, she's doing that. She know Remy Ma sunned the fuck out of her. She won't even say her name, and she's doing all this shit just to look bold. You know that you're not that hood chick like that. You know that you're not. You know that you was not that chick like that, Azealia Banks, because you wouldn't even be moving like this. How you gonna talk about you looking jealous of the black girls? Like, what? Are you fucking stupid? Oh no, what did she listen? Let's play it. She had me tight when I was like listening to this shit, because I'm like, yo, like this girl is really crazy. But the thing about it is many of the things that she said to Cardi, she was saying that shit to Nicki. This is why, like a few weeks ago when she was speaking positively on Nicki, I didn't even report on it, because like I feel like once you really do something wrong, once you kind of like wrong me in the wrong way, there's no coming back from it at all. So let's peep this.
This is Azealia Banks. I am here in Home Depot to tell all you fucking rap bitches that y'all some fucking chicken head ass fucking bitches. The fact that this bitch,
the fact that you living in Miami in a damn Airbnb trying to act like you bought a house is crazy.
That would not give a fuck about you on any other fucking day.
She put their ass on the remix, you dumb motherfucker. Why you try to discredit what she did? She's a debacle. You got to break her ass down. She's stupid as fuck. Let's keep going. Please make sure that you support the channel. Cash App on the screen, super chat, all of that shit. This video is not going to get monetized. I already know it.
Would never collab with you. Never share her platform with you. Is making all you bitches risk your own fucking platforms, your own fucking shit, like your own reputations to do her dirty work that this pussy ass bitch is too scared to fucking do.
She mad as hell about Nicki. She mad that she stuck at them 500 capacity venues and less on damn stage at Central Park, shaking her hair like a fucking wanker, like sit your ass down. Stop it. She is so bitter and so mad. Like, and Nicki is not going to respond to you, sweetheart. You that reject that came from fucking LaGuardia. You thought that just because that was the, your thing in common that you was going to get this Nicki feature. No, she's seen the hater in you early. She's seen it in you. And the crazy thing about it is how many times you violated her and disrespected her. You hopped in her inbox when you was on your apology tour and you thought you was going to get that collaboration after with Anna Wintour. And when she didn't do it, you started dissing her again. You know what? And the thing about it is, Cardi B is dumb as fuck. I don't give a fuck what let me tell you something strong. And I say this shit firm. If you a weak link or a person like that, you probably don't even belong on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You don't. If it ain't no way. I don't give a fuck if you apologize. We can apologize and be amicable. And we won't strangle each other on some shit like that. We can be like that, but we ain't never going to be friends when you cross me a certain fucking type of way. You crazy? Are you crazy? Hell no. All of this shit that she said about Cardi, and I got a video on my page that I posted, so I want to play that too. And it was just like, and it's like she went in on, listen, if I was to sit up here and play and go through every little thing that Azealia Banks has said about Cardi B, you would be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But at the core of it, you telling her that she ain't have this black girl energy and like you're not it, and Nicki Minaj is it, and all of this. Your word is never valuable. It's just not. Is she gonna keep losing it with all these little spats? Let her keep coming out and do this. She gonna keep saying the same thing over and over. Let her keep doing it.
All of y'all bitches look stupid, and y'all bitches is some Doja ass fucking bitches. Some Doja ass fucking bitches. Y'all bitches, each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of y'all.
But you the one that was just on Instagram crying yesterday, talking about it's hard being independent. And then yesterday she's talking about, oh, I just signed to Warner. Shut the fuck up. Let's go. Hold on. Damn, why did I start that? Hold on.
Fucking chicken head ass. The fact that not give a fuck about you would never making all you bitches risk your shit, like your own reputations, to do her some Doja ass fucking bitches. Y'all bitches, each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of y'all.
But you doing this shit for the female rap group chat, and you trying to get back in Remy's what they say when you trying to get back at somebody's good graces. Azealia Banks is a joke. You know what she's doing this for? She's doing this for the Cardi fans. She wants to rally the fans up. Oh, Azealia, you know Cardi is so much untalented and so much of a flop, literally as a just as a human being, just trying to exist in female rap where there's so many. Oh, listen. Just trying to exist in the thing that that was literally like a joke. Like she went to Love and Hip Hop, in my opinion, and they tried to figure out, how do we keep this gimmick going? Like, how do we keep the money going? And it's like, unfortunately, now she in this game, and it's like all of these issues. I would be a liar to say that, okay, before Cardi came into the game, it wasn't no female rap beats, but I feel like Cardi has taken it to another level because she's jealous. That means that jealous people do manipulative things behind the scenes. Yes, they do. They do manipulate. They do things behind the scenes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I remember one time, I don't know if people still actively do it, but I remember when I first started my channel, I swear my shit was shadow banned for a minute. And it was just like, I found out, somebody had told me, like, yeah, people have like these groups, and they like do mass reporting, and that fucks with the visibility of your page. And I was like, oh, yep. You know what I'm saying? So listen, Azealia Banks, let's get back on topic. Let's just continue playing the video.
Now, I hold myself in high esteem because I'm more than a fucking female rapper. I'm a fucking talented musician. I would never fucking mention any of you dumb. And what's the saddest part about it is that a lot of y'all bitches for a long time, y'all was in Cardi face like, oh, we like you, we like you. I came straight out the gate asking.
You came straight out the gate hating on her. You see how she tried to minimize this? See, she's praying that Cardi B is stupid as fuck, that she won't have no recollection of the events that passed. Listen, I ain't no fucking dummy. You could do a lot of things. I could see a million faces, and I won't forget what that fucking ugly face did or said about me. I won't forget. I'm not stupid, and I don't give a fuck if 20 years pass, 10 years. See, she think Cardi is that dumb, and maybe she is that dumb. Maybe she is that needy, and she just needs her, because you know what? She gonna fucking slave for me on the internet, cause I'm gonna play close to this bitch. You know the mind frame of a peanut. You know it.
Asking niggas in hip hop, like, excuse me, okay.
You was in your interviews talking shit and saying, like, on the fucking Breakfast Club, in the one of the interviews that I'm about to play as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bullshit.
Like, okay, I've been talking shit and y'all calling me mentally ill, but this bitch is saying the same fucking shit, and y'all giving her all the fucking credit.
And she's
it turned into a beef from there, but. In the very beginning, I always supported fucking Cardi B. I was always like, yo, that's my like little like Spanish mommy, like homegirl from fucking like, you know, middle school. Like I nigga, I'm from fucking Washington Heights, like right there on the border. Like
that's why you hate yourself. And you know what? I ain't trying to be funny, and I ain't busting no shots. I know New York is one of my heaviest watched. Like on my analytics, it always shows New York highest in the views. I'm telling you this from somebody from upstate, that how I view people. Some people from the Bronx and live in Washington Heights and places like that, they really don't understand, and they can't see outside of a thing. Like, you won't understand. Like, listen, I ain't realized this. I'm gonna be honest with you. At Full Throttle, I didn't realize how and maybe I ain't saying that it's Mexican. I don't know if it's El Salvadorian, because you know that's the population of Hispanic down here. It's not really Puerto Rican and Dominican in Texas where I'm at. So I didn't really see the racism within Hispanics until I moved here, and then I would hear like different people talk about it, and then I was like, oh yeah, you know, maybe and then you know, listen. I think that shit is alive and everywhere. And what I noticed in some people that I've met through just a journey of life, I've always met certain people, like Black people, where they maybe didn't have a lot of Black friends, but they had like maybe a lot of white friends, and then Hispanic friends. You know what I'm saying? I can't conclude all of them and say that there was self-hate, but maybe they didn't feel like they fit in. Azealia Banks is always talking about chicken heads and ghetto chicks, and she speaks in this fake ass Latina voice or Hispanic voice, however you want to label it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she got trapped in this mind state as a young girl because she said that her mother in the Hot 97 interview, she said that her mother had Dominicans watch her all this. Listen, all of that shit. Shout out to all the Dominicans and the Hispanics, right? The ones that show love and are not on no funny shit. I appreciate all people. But my thing is, I've never looked outside. No, I got watched by all black people, my black family. Like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know about this affinity shit and all of this. It was cute for the interview. I'm like, oh, whatever. No, I got watched by my black fucking grandfather and grandmother. That's who I got watched by. My black aunt and fucking uncle. My mother worked overnight. That's who I got watched by. The fuck is you talking about with these crazy ass stories? That's your family. So your scope is isolated. Your scope is isolated. So maybe you've been around some of these women and they've told you that black women make them feel away. But I've never been around a black girl who said that they wanted to be like that. All of the black girls who I was around, I don't give a fuck if you might have felt like they ain't look all of that. They still had high fucking confidence on some real shit. Like, I never been around a black girl who just been like, I want to be a different race or like they was jealous. No. And if anything, a lot of them had Hispanic girls was mixed in the hood. A lot of them had friends like that. It wasn't even Azealia Banks. I just don't, she's toxic. And then today she was talking some shit like agreeing with what Kanye did with the shirts. She's discombobulated mentally. I don't trust people like her at all.
Washington Heights and Harlem. Like, I know that girl.
Who gives a fuck?
I know so many girls like her.
Pandering to the Latinas to get them views up and them streams up so that she could be like, yeah, for the ones. I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to lie to you. I keep it real. Listen, I hate when people tap dance around some shit. I'm black first. I feel like I should be able to say what I want from my experience, and you shouldn't. Fuck the disclaimers. I have been around some Latina chicks and and maybe I felt bad about it, but I was younger, but I still should have said something, but I was younger. So this girl, I would be around, she would make comments sometimes, she would be doing, she was like, yeah, I don't wear my hair like, oh, those black bitches wear their hair like, but what does that mean? And I feel like if she said that, she was from the Bronx too. So if she was saying that, what does that mean? Those black bitches. I feel like I feel like racism goes across the board, but I feel like I'm going to tell you this, and this could just be my opinion. I feel really bad because I feel like out of all the people in the world, and this is how I truly, truly, truly feel, right? I feel like out of all the people in the world, I feel like black people get it the worst, and we still love and show people the most love. If a white person is around and it's all of us, we want to make them feel so comfortable. We're going to be trying to be nice to them and talking, cracking jokes. And if the situation is turned around, it might not be like that. And I've been in situations like that before. That's why I like where I'm from, because it kind of let me see things from a different angle, like going to a private school, then going to a public school. That shit was literally a culture shock. And I'm telling you, I had to get acclimated quickly. Like, I'm telling you, because that public school will chew your ass up. I learned that the first 2 days. I'm telling you, it's like, oh, and that's where I'm telling you, to be in 4th grade, I should have not had this in my mind. Like, damn, you can't even be nice. You got to show you can't be nice. And I had that in my mind at 4th grade in public school when I switched. Yep. I was like, you can't even show that you nice. And that shit was in my mind until I graduated. And that shit still exists with me today. It's a part of my personality. That's just a part of New York. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know why. I felt like I would have certain things on my mind that just, I don't know if other people was thinking like that, but I just was like, you can't show that you nice. You can't, because they're going to chew you. Let me see. Oh, I was supposed to send that link to Destiny. So let's continue this bullshit, because it's going to be nice. See, it's the 9:06. I knew that I was going to get on here and start talking and pausing, and then all of a sudden it's going to be 9:30. But Nicki going to run a little late anyway, so let's just continue with this bullshit.
And the fact that all y'all bitches is letting y'all Spanish girl jealousy fly right now is fucking dusty.
Stupid ass.
And Cardi, come on. Stop taking the fucking bait. Stop taking the bait. You did shit that niggas in rap can't even fucking do.
She said the same thing to Nicki.
You got a diamond single. You know what I'm saying? You got a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? This bitch has been in the game how many fucking years, and she had to share her first Grammy. That's why she's fucking mad. She's fucking mad.
She's trying to get her so cozy with this talk. She's fucking mad. She's trying to get Cardi in her mind like, yeah, that's right. She mad. Nicki ain't mad at you. She's been in the top of Billboard for the past 7 weeks, and next week going to be 8. She ain't got no reason to be mad at you. She has a successful 15 years through the hate train, all of that, and through whatever is about to happen now. Like, are you crazy? The fucking compilation album is still charting on Billboard. Are you crazy? You know that's for a fact that it's just because of the Super Freaky Girl. I think that is really holding it, because most of those songs on that shit is old, with the exception of Lickable Miss, right? So the thing is that, yeah, she's doing just fine. And Azealia Banks, for a person who ain't even come to that type of level, it's like you got a lot of nerve to do that. But I understand your game as a person who understands psychos. And I feel like I feel like she's I feel like I can't diagnose her, but I feel like something's going on. But I feel like it's highly manipulative what you're doing, because you don't like Cardi B. You said so many things about her. You're doing this to get the fans on your side as listeners, because you're about to drop new music. She's very strategic, I'm telling you. And when you realize, see, people hate me for the way that I feel, but then years later, you'd be like, yeah, this person did this, that. And to me, you were so right. How did you see that? Because I know a manipulator. You trying to say some shit, listen. And let me tell you this. Shout out to my friend Tanya TKO. She taught me this years ago. I'm telling you, she was like, never respect a person. Like, it's a difference. Let me tell you this. It's a difference to support somebody, but when you just constantly just doing just stupid shit, just blowing smoke up they ass and just doing, when it's just, come on, she's blowing smoke up Cardi ass. You're doing too much. You can support a person by not, you're doing too much, and you trying to get her on your side. You know that, and you trying to make her forget all that shit that you said. And Cardi is weak, in my opinion, personally. She'll take to it. I think that she will. Just to have anybody who opposes Nicki Minaj.
Mad. She's mad because she lost. Let her take that L, and you.
Delusions. Let's go.
Because she lost. Let her take that L, and you stay out of it. Please. Don't let none of these bitches that have not put no work in, or that don't got no swag, they don't got no fucking like no clever lyrics,
no swag or clever lyrics, and she don't even write. And you said that she wasn't a real artist. You are trying to win it with this girl. You know what? A nigga like me see through it, because I combs through it. I combs through everything that a person say, just like with that interview that is missing online where Lil Kim said she had that IRS hat on Hot 97. And the part of the video that is up there, she said that, you know, she would do a song with Nicki for 7 million or some shit like that. But there was also a part in there, and she was like, come on, I was trying to use her to get on, to get back in. And it's just like with Azealia, she's trying to do it in a manipulative way. A nigga like me sees through it, because I listen, I'm telling you, when you deal with all types of personalities, you got to see what people do. Don't tell me no shit to try to get me comfortable. Nope. Hell no. It take a lot more. You got to be like a combination lock. Real talk. People think that they could come up to you and be like, yo, this bitch was talking about you and XYZ. You got to realize some people be trying to just see what your emotions is going to be. If they see you light about it, be like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? People talk about everybody. They're going to be like, damn, this bitch ain't mad, or this nigga ain't mad. Nope. Never give people what they want, like on some shit like that. You can see that shit when somebody's trying to come deliver you some bad news or some shit that they think that's going to upset you. Like, okay. All right, as long as that shit is not putting me in danger or some shit, like I don't be caring about no shit like that. Like, nah. Anyway, let's continue this bullshit.
Nothing like who, like, why are you talking to these girls? They these dirty bitches, where the fuck they are, please.
Wow, she going hard.
Please. These bitches still getting their nails done for $10 at MV, eating $3 holla plates. Oh wait, excuse me. Her first #1 single with another bitch. I forgot. Nicki still doesn't have a Grammy. Okay, so talk your shit, but don't walk into this shit with these fucking whack ass bitches, because Nicki's a whack bitch. Nicki's a whack bitch. She's a whack bitch, and whatever blood nigga that she got with her, he can't make no fucking moves anyway. That nigga's a fucking sex offender. Any fucking move he makes, that nigga's going to jail for life. For life. Like, please. Like after all this like personal growth that we've seen you do in the public and
Wow.
everything.
That's how you could tell she on some shit, right? She's a self-hating black woman. You talking about all this personal growth, like you ain't see all this shit that she done. Like Azealia Banks, literally stick it up your ass. You a self-hate, like she is weird. She's weird and she's manipulative. She's trying to get Cardi on her side, and she's probably gonna turn this video off and laugh like this bitch gonna be on my dick. Watch, or she probably is. They might be speaking already. You think Cardi and Azealia Banks are speaking already? Let's see. Somebody need to beat this bitch. Yo, please make sure that you thumbs up the video. Please, please, please make sure that you thumbs up. Shit. Let me see. Hold on. Let me click invite so I could get this link because I'm about to get. Let me send this to Destiny. Give me a second. But yeah, what you think about Azealia Banks, like talking that shit and is on Nicki dick so hard, like Azealia? Please make sure that you thumbs up the video, support the channel, super chat, Cash App. I appreciate it all. You know this video is not going to be monetized. Let's see. I'm gonna be on live with LaRon in a few. Look up Female Rap Elite on YouTube. Okay, I see a tweet. Let me retweet it. Let me send you the message right now, so that we could talk about this young Devyn and Ebro. I do want to talk about, she also has a show coming up on, I believe it's October 26th in New York City. So, you know, New York, you know what I'm saying? Y'all on the check-in and on the analytics. So if you're in New York, make sure that you check out, what is it? Who's Next? I think it's Who's Next Live, Hot 97. You know that they have, I believe it's at SOBs. I'll look it up right now after I send this link. All right, so I sent you the link if you're on the live right now. So let me try to look this up on the other side. Yo, all right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna be right back. Let me drop this real quick.
Get off me, get off me.
Oh my God.
Get off me, get off me.
Get off my dick, bitch, stop frontin', I'm home. Y'all know I'm not coming off this throne. And call me the female pop, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all see this crown here belong to Fox. I can't stop, I won't lose. I'm Brooklyn zone, I'm not Hollywood. Don't get us confused and don't get it twisted. I'm the best that did it. I had y'all bitches throwing on they throwbacks and fitted. Whoa, Fox the Wallace, number 106 in Park. My throwback had bitches calling they stylists. They say I walk, stay talk with malice. My reputation is 7 and my rhymes is callous, but that's the shit I'm on. And think I ain't hear this faggot ass rap dude on Doug Banks in the morning. What kind of real nigga go with a broad? See the nerve of this coward nigga, oh my God. And little man, I'm the first bitch to sign a Def Jam. How can I be the best? I'm from the best man. And before this bullshit gets sticky, don't make me have to call the squad with me to get this cracking. Y'all know Fox first reaction. I look at Lil Eve like a Yorkie rapping now. Toxic jealousy, I said. Got all these rap bitches mad at me, I said. Please, the nerve of this bum bitch Eve. How the fuck you catch a brick with Alicia Keys now? Catch the feed in stores, yes indeed. Best believe it's a classic, bastards.
Get off me, get off me. Get off me, get off me.
Hop off my dick, I'm not going toe to toe. I'm still vexed, I had to bring out flow, but y'all can't do this press shit, talking reckless. I beg your pardon, Fox the Don Gargan. And when y'all reach about 500 scan, now mom and pop goals. See, that's when you talk bold. Been doing the numbers since 15 years old, and been doing them hummers way before it got cold. And still, I run with the same old squadron. My office still on at the garden. Whoa, J Big Nas, Pac and Fox, and 5 Elite. How you compare me to bitches in Sweden? So you left the hood, remember Hollywood? Then you shitted on your crew, the streets can't respect you, homie. Explain exactly why bitches going at me, cause to get to the top, they go with Fox. Fox team with that bullshit, I roll for Delph. No wings to industry friends, I earned my wealth. Fuck up. So next time you pick up a pen to go with Fox, remember for cool your blood clots up. Fuck y'all think it's a racist, I bitch if you get in our bomba clad fiesta. How dare you question who write my shit? Now don't forget I signed your autograph in 96, bitch.
Get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me.
My bad. So listen, I sent that link to Destiny. I don't know if you're in the chat right now, but I definitely sent you the link. So check your inbox on Twitter. So listen, is that it with Azealia Banks? Crazy ass psycho. She thinks she's slick, trying to manipulate somebody so she could use Cardi. Like I see through her. I'm telling you. And if it works for her, work. Let it work for you. You know what I'm saying? We just analyzing this shit, and that's just personally how I feel. I feel like it's weak. It ain't no way that a person. I could see if Azealia Banks just. I don't know. Even in that video where she oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. See, hold on a second. Let me go to. Let me stop sharing that. I want to go to my likes because I know that shit. Hold on a second. Because I know that somebody recently liked it. Yeah, Azealia Banks will do anything to pander to Cardi B because she knows that she's weak and needs sisterhood. Here, Azealia Banks broke Cardi down while uplifting Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma. Azealia is a flop, fake, self-hating mammy. Yes, she is. Anybody who go on camera talking about black women is jealous of. Are you stupid? Have you come on? Have you not seen the beauty that exists? Listen, I feel like this, right? And I feel like I have to do that because I know that different people watch the channel. So I feel like there's beautiful women amongst black women and Latino women, but I feel like, listen, there's so many beautiful black women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are you stupid? Azealia Banks, what have you like? Maybe this is some of the conversation that you feel because you've been around and you've maybe got that from them, but don't bring that shit over here. I feel like that. Come on, that shit is irresponsible. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people take like, listen, when she say that shit, don't listen. Sometimes I feel like anytime when a person speaks and they sound like they're for sure or whatever, like all of this shit is opinion based that I say coming from over here. But Azealia Banks, she try to make it seem like, oh, this is Bible. Like, oh, Nicki is jealous. Nicki ain't got no reason to be jealous of Cardi. Even if Cardi got a diamond plaque, like, come on, you know the times we come from the pure sales where people really was interested and had to show interest in your shit. Like, come on, it ain't the same, and it's not. And Nicki is still winning. And you come on, you really trying to get Cardi cozy. If you know what, if a person was really intelligent, right? I would sit back and I would say this. if I was like if I was like a smart version of Cardi, I would say, nah, Nicki is still successful. Like, even if I don't like this bitch, she going OD. Like, why she's doing all of this shit? But a weak motherfucker, they gonna eat it up because they need it. They need somebody on their side. They need somebody who's gonna be about that negative, toxic shit. If you was a person, let me tell you, and that's why I always make sure that I say it. Like, I don't give a fuck which way that I talk about this shit. I never came up here and said, oh, I want Cardi dropped out. I never say no shit like that. I don't, because I don't like, nah, you don't do that, because then what if that type of energy comes in your career or whatever the case may be? Like, nah, like, no, what I say is I don't never want her to be broke on some shit like that. But I feel like she is toxic for hip hop. I do personally. But Cardi, she's gonna need Azealia Banks, I feel like. But if a person was really in tune and like on some shit, like, why are you saying all of this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? You doing this to try to get it back in that circle. That's exactly what Azealia Banks is doing. So anyway, let's check this out real quick before we move off of that, because it's gonna be 9:30 soon, and I do want to talk about this situation with Ebro. I ain't want to really blow it up, and I still ain't gonna bring no negative energy into it, but I do want to just cover it. So listen, let's catch this clip with Azealia Banks. Hold on.
Cardi B needs Love and Hip Hop. He really fucking not. Remy Ma didn't even need to be on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi B needs Love and Hip Hop. Remy Ma does not need Love and Hip Hop. You get it? And it's almost as if there was like a greater strategy to like do this and then try and like pop Cardi B up in there, you know? Don't get me wrong, I'm very entertained by Cardi B, and I really like Bodak Yellow. That's a really good song. But you are not that girl. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take anything from you, but you're like, you know, this like female rap thing, it's like a lineage. It's a real fire that burns in a soul. You don't have that fire. I'm very happy for your success, and I love your come up, and I love like seeing you smile and having a good time. But this like woman's expression, this black woman's expression, and you know, whatever. We're not gonna have a conversation about who's black, what's this, Afro Latina, blah blah, whatever. But like, just the fire of this black woman's expression, you don't have it, Cardi, and you won't get it because it's not you.
And the interesting thing about that is that that's what a lot of people will say.
Let's rewind that.
It's not lead Love and Hip Hop.
Let's rewind that.
Fucking not. Remy Ma didn't even need to be on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi B needs Love and Hip Hop. Remy Ma does not lead Love and Hip Hop. You get it? And it's almost as if there was like a greater strategy to like do this and then try and like pop.
Listen, I feel like it's necessary just to say certain shit. And I ain't trying to brainwash you on no shit, but I just want to I want to make you aware of some shit. Like sometimes, like what I want to say is this, what I'm learning, and I've been learned this. I learned this years ago. I'm telling you, it's all about the different people that you meet. And I met this girl like in 2009. She has a channel. Her name is Tanya. Her name is Tanya TKO, right? So through meeting her and speaking to her personally, like, you know what I'm saying? She would just tell me certain things, and like certain things you don't understand. But she was just saying, like, you know, an insult and a compliment is like on the same plane, right? And that's why, like, I understand how certain people are. Like, you could compliment somebody, you could show love, but sometimes, like, I don't know, like, you got to be careful, because it could be, that's why even with me sometimes, like, I try to like show love back all the time, but sometimes I really experience this, right? You'll see somebody on your channel, they'll be showing love to you, and then one moment you'll say something that they don't like, and then they'll be going against you. Now I just got to hide you from my channel, because you're gonna be talking to yourself, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it really be like that. So you have to like kind of guard yourself, because it seems like sometimes with certain people, if they not real, they will do some shit, and then they be like, I remember it was this one person, they was just like, oh my God, like, are you going to talk about your family and do this? This is my channel. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Oh my God, you're going to keep talking about, what are you going to keep talking about your nieces for? Why are you going to, because I'm going to talk about what I want to talk. Now, see, now you got to get out of here. I don't like that shit, because first you start off being a supporter, and then you trying to tell me what to do. Like, nah, this ain't no 9 to 5. This is optional. This is not obligatory that you watch. This is a choice. You know what I'm saying? You made a choice, point blank. So I see Destiny is there. Oh, you ain't putting no picture up. You could do a little. I don't know if you could do it right now though, but throw a little picture up, like from your station head, if you can. I'm gonna give you like a minute, I'm gonna give you to like 9:27 if you throw it up. If you don't, then I'm just gonna add you up. But yeah, let me see. Let me just play this again. So this is what I want to say, right? What I was saying that to say is just take a compliment and an insult. Just take it as what it is. If you say something nice about me, you say something nice. Don't be fucking doing jumping jacks or somebody told you look good. Thank you. Move on. See, this is why I always be saying too, like, and people might think that this is crazy, but I had this conversation. Don't get fucked over a compliment. A compliment is just what it is. You're supposed to just leave it where it is. You look nice. Damn, you look good. Thank you. You're supposed to treat that like it starts getting vain after a while. Like, you told me that already. Like, I appreciate it. And it is what it is. It's like some people are trying to gnaw at you and trying to see how far that compliment. A compliment is just what it is. Like, you look nice. Thank you. You're welcome. Boom. See, some people just let things go too far. You can't let things go too far. Leave shit where it is. I'm telling you. You gotta leave shit where it is. So anyway, let's finish up. Let's play this audio again. And that's the reason I was just saying, don't beware of the people who just blow smoke up people's ass, because Azealia Banks obviously is not loyal to anybody. She just did a video like 3 weeks ago in her stories talking about, oh my God, there needs to be a course in a college how people should study the marketing of Nicki Minaj. You a fucking clown.
Cardi B up in there, you know? Don't get me wrong, I'm very entertained by Cardi B, and I really like Bodak Yellow. That's a really good song. But you are not that girl. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take anything from you, but you're just.
Oh, she wasn't your Latina girl from uptown. She wasn't the gal. She wasn't the gal. She wasn't? Like, what happened to all of that shit that you was talking the other day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday, manipulating this girl and her fan base. Let them dummies go over there and do what they do. They being used because, listen, I don't like people who, listen, I don't even like friends who are like that. If I see that you're easily be manipulated and you on some, whatever somebody say, then you doing some other shit. I remember I used to get into arguments with one of my friends like that. I'm like, every time somebody say some shit, you always doing something. Like, yo, I hate people who move like that. I don't like that shit. I'm very liberal. Like I'm telling you, I'm very liberal. I'm the type of person you like. Just for example, you be like, yo, let's go on a trip to Vegas and we got our own activities. But on that trip to Vegas, I'm stepping out and doing some things on my own too. I might just want to go to the mall and just shoot the shit. Like I like alone moments. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Like I felt like even growing up in the family, we always had our own time. So I take that shit to heart. That's certain things. Say I'm controlling about things when it comes to my life that I have control over. Yeah, we all can go on a trip. We not spending every second on a trip together. You got me fucked up. I like space. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's finish this before I keep, you know what I'm saying, getting off track.
Just like you're like, you know, this like female rap thing, it's like a lineage. It's a real fire that burns in a soul.
Yeah.
You don't have that fire.
Facts.
I'm very happy for your success. And I love your come up. And I love like seeing you smile and having a good time. But this like woman's expression, this black woman's expression, and you know, whatever, we're not gonna have a conversation about who's black, what's this, Afro Latina, blah blah, whatever. But like just the fire of this black woman's expression, you don't have it, Cardi.
That's a fact.
And you won't get
That's
it.
a fact.
Because it's not you.
That's true.
And the interesting thing about that is that that's what a lot of people were saying before she went up. Everyone was like, BET award. How does she get a nomination?
No, she okay, so this is the thing.
Listen.
Cardi B deserves BET. Like Cardi B, that's where she fits. You know what I mean? She fits there. She fits that BET. But we've seen this happen before. We see you guys like, in spite of Nicki Minaj, plop some bitch up to #1 and then you run to the Grammys. Like it's like you get what I mean? Like we've seen this movie before. It was called Iggy Azealia. You get what I mean? Like I've seen this movie before. I know exactly what you guys do. You buy a #1 and then you buy a Grammy. You know? But it's just like
Azealia Banks teaches me, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's hard to say it, especially when you know, but you just got to be careful of the people who show so much love because they can be the ones who definitely will end up turning to hate you. That's what it teach me. And I'm telling you, if she has the psyche of that, there's a lot of people like that. That's the lesson that I've learned from watching this because she got it bad because she go on Nicki campaigns doing uploads and talking about Nicki and saying how much she did and this and that, and then to turn to a complete Nicki is jealous of. And the whole thing about it is that I don't even feel like Azealia Banks believes that, but she sees the attention that she could get from the Cardi fans. Azealia Banks searches, you know, on Twitter to see what's trending or whatever the case may be. She's in a loop of knowing what's going on, and she thinks that's magical that her name could just be trending anytime, you know, something's going on with Nicki. So anyway, let's get off of this. I want to bring up Destiny. So let me bring her up real quick. Okay, I see you added the yo.
Hey,
let me know if you can hear. Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. Thank you. I'm so sorry for the delay, everybody. I was trying to give my computer access to the mic, like it was a lot going on. So I'm here though. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, like I wanted to tell you, like I think you was the one who put young Devyn back on my radar, like because I know you used to be in the chat and you would be saying stuff about like Lakia, and you know, honestly, when people would be saying certain people's name, I just be having tunnel vision because I don't know, I see some of this shit, but I like music, so it's like I like freestyles and shit too. But when you said her name, it made me, and I was like, oh, okay. And that's when I seen like the straight to it, and I just kind of went through the first Baby Goat. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just experiencing. I was like, okay, and plus I'm not in New York, so I got a lot of shit late. That's how I be feeling. Like I be late with shit, but it's all good. You get the music when it's, you know what I'm saying, when it's time.
Right.
So
and I'm, you know,
shout out
just
to you though.
of course, I'm glad that you know, like you've really embraced her and you're giving her coverage because like these girls really are not getting coverage out here. And I really like, and that's really the main idea of the conversation that we are about to have and that we had earlier today is that like, you know, we know that what, you know, like a lot of people say like in the music business it's 20% talent and 80% business. And all of the ideals of the business as well as what the talent deserves and what the fans want, it doesn't always align because it's not always good for business, you know. And but at the same time, like my thing is with Ebro is that he's in a position to make a change, you know, to go against the status quo and to set a different precedent precedent and to take chances on artists who deserve it. You know, and
Right.
once again, I think a lot of people in here, because I'm always in the chat, a lot of us are Barbs and we support Nicki and stuff like that, and we use our favorite artists as a template to understand like what's going on, what do they have access to, and how artists can be successful. But this conversation for me is bigger than Nicki, right? It's bigger than any artist because like I um I want fairness for all artists, right? Whether you have a big following
Right.
or a small following, like at the end of the day, that's what it's about. So yeah. But I
Right.
feel like you started the conversation earlier today on Twitter though. What did you say that made him respond?
So he had posted something in regards to, what did he say? Because I got the tweet right here. He said something like he said the best and most quality is usually never the most popular. And I said, when you have the power to change that, change it. I said, I'll start by requesting Young Devyn Cruise Control featuring Capella Gray. So what did he say after that? Oh, he quoted me. And that's when he was like, if people ain't going to stream or sharing it, then must not be important. I'm like, hold on, let me bring this up actually.
Yeah.
So I didn't even want to flip it on him because honestly, I try to tell you, see, I talk about this shit. I know I might go off on certain topics, but I really do believe in emotional intelligence. And I kind of like watch her tempo, and she's not really like an artist who I feel like is out there and try to like with that energy. So I didn't want to go in on him because I felt like she wouldn't like that. Because first and foremost, that's not she's still a new artist, and you don't want to like kind of damage anybody, even from a fan point of view. I don't want to bring that type of energy to nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? Because it's business at the end of the day. Let me bring this up. Let me see how that looks when you on the. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. How do you see it? You on your laptop or something?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop.
Okay.
Then it must not be important. Exactly.
No. All right. So Ebro. Damn, what happened? Oh, yeah. So he said the best and most quality is usually never the most popular. And I said, when you have the right to change that, change it. I'll start by requesting Young Devyn Cruise Control featuring Capella Gray. And then he said, if people ain't going to stream and sharing it, then it must not be important. Like, what? So I think that's when you seen his tweet. So you see all those people who quoted him.
When I got on it, it had only two quotes, and I was like, child, I wasn't even trying to respond or get into nothing today, but I'm like, bro, you sound crazy. But sorry, go ahead.
Crazy. What did he even? Why did he even tweet that? Why didn't it's like Why did he
And
create the conversation?
right, but here's the thing that this right here speaks to the point about like what talent deserves and what fans want don't always match up to what the business is, right? And so what he's gonna say in his tweet, what he means when he says if people aren't gonna stream it and share it, then it must not be important, because that's how every DSP, makes their playlist. Like they first of all, like, okay, let's think about it in a real life perspective, right? So like Spotify, Apple
Mhm.
Music, YouTube, they're all their different companies, and these people have buildings, and there are people who work at these companies. There are also people at labels whose sole purpose is to pitch songs to Spotify, Apple Music to get on those playlists. So my job every day, well, not my job, I'm just saying hypothetically, is to like
Right.
I talk to my connect at Apple Music and Spotify, and I talk to them on behalf of my label and everybody who's about to drop. And I say, hey, I would love to have these songs on Rap Caviar or Rap Life and stuff like that. Can we make that possible? And you're competing with all the other major labels, in that category. So Joyanne said, what's a DSP? A DSP stands for a digital service provider, and it's basically a category of companies like Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube, and anywhere that you can stream music. It's a DSP, a digital service provider. So you're digitally streaming and it's providing a service.
Right.
And so, yeah, but my thing is that they want people on the playlist who have streams, who have followings, because they also want to keep a vibe of their playlist and they want to keep people coming back. And so what he's saying right now is that Devyn is not as quote unquote hot, or she don't have the same amount of streams that all of these big artists do, and that's why they're not paying attention to her. That's really what he's saying. And so that's how, like, we're saying this girl has she has like she's very talented, right? And she has really great music, but no one is paying attention to her. And he's saying, well, child, if the numbers don't show, then I don't have a good argument for putting her on my playlist. That's what he's basically saying right there. And that goes for any artist, any genre. And for me, like, I'm, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm like just always on Stationhead, just talking to Barbs and stuff like that. And we talk about music and, some of the business and stuff like that. But like, and that's why my tweet here, it says like, that's why I personally don't stream for editorial playlists, because, I'm a very like, in everything, like how you were talking about earlier, Lauren, like just being like independent and like, a liberal person. Like I'm a very like free consumer, and I don't like others having control of music and playlists. Like I
Right.
can't ever see why people would stream from a playlist made by Spotify or Apple Music, because I personally like to control the music that I listen to, like making my own playlists and stuff like that. But that's why I don't stream from their playlist, and I talk to Barbs about like independent consumerism that's not influenced by anything, right? Because if you do stream from those major playlists, you're being influenced by what the labels want you to see, by what Apple Music wants you to see. And there's a lot of other music out there that you're not seeing if you are streaming from those playlists. And so for me, I like to have the freedom to, consume whatever it is I want, not just music wise, but everything. And that was kind of one of my main arguments today, because they're controlling everything. And once again, it's kind of like a toxic cycle, because for artists like Devyn, and mind you, Devyn is a signed artist, like to a
Yes.
major label, right?
Yes.
And we're talking about a major label signed artist, and we can even use Nicki and Devyn, right? Nicki is an A-list artist, major label. They're both within the UMG system, right? Nicki is on Republic. Young Devyn is also in UMG, but she's on Def Jam / Fourth on Broadway. And so that's a smaller label, and they have smaller artists on there that you guys might not know about, but she's still a signed artist. And so this situation tells you that when you get signed, like it's not like, it's not all fun and dandy, like, and we're talking about, once again, a signed artist. But imagine somebody like LaRon, right, who's totally independent, and let's say he wanted to pitch his music to get on those playlists. The system it's just like America, how it's not built for people of color. The music business is not built for for artists who just don't have a big following to succeed. And if you continue to control the playlist how they do, and only playlisting artists from the major labels, young Devyn will almost never get a chance unless she has a viral moment, which she has had in the past several times, or she just has a really good song that does really good organically. And
Right.
But is that fair? That's my question. Is that fair? So I'm gonna pause and let you, because I be going in.
Yeah, like I feel like the labels definitely do control that, but I feel like, so like I don't know a lot about like the different ones like the Fourth and Broadway, whatever. But my whole thing is this: I be feeling like, when I see certain rollouts with people projects, I see different songs popping up. Like I did see two of her songs. I think her song Toxic was like on a playlist, but I want her other song, the Cruise Control, because that's, to me, that's the one. That's the one that I feel like that has the potential to like the crossover, because it's R&B. And then when
Yeah.
people get that and they come back to her project, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, who is this? She made this song. And I feel like that's the catch right there. So I just hope that Fourth and Broadway, like I hope that they really just, and this is my thing too, right? And just learning and looking, I'll be watching like Corb and all of that. And I'm glad
Yeah.
you mentioned about people deserving more, because, she's one who I always talk about. Dochi is another one who I be looking and be like, why she ain't getting no radio play? Persuasive is dope. She got the remix with SZA. It's like, why she ain't getting no radio play? She's not charting in the top 200 of radio. And I feel like, but why are we getting fed the people's songs we don't like? And that ain't to cause no beef or nothing, but it's questionable. So I want to know this. Is radio like, you know how like Nicki be talking about payola and how she don't, pay or whatever the case may be, right? So
Mhm.
is radio just a free thing for artists? Like say you come out with a song, me and you, we release a song and we release it to radio. Is it just whoever picks up, or is it really promotion and is money really involved in it? That's what
Um,
I'm saying.
I think you asking me?
Yeah, if you know.
I definitely can't speak for certain on it because I don't work in radio or anything. But I mean, from what I've heard, execs talk about and stuff like that is like it's two ways because it's like people can you can get radio play and not be signed to a major label just because maybe you have a viral moment and they believe in you and they really like the song and that's what people want to hear. That's one way to get radio play. Another way is that every label has their own radio department, right? There is a VP of what's it called? I don't even know what it's called, but there's a VP, there's a whole team who's just like you pitch to the DSPs, Spotify and Apple Music, you also pitch to radio stations. And that is a more institutional thing where it's just a deeper mini economy within the music business because like there's two ways. There's the payola, which is under the table. There is no like um on paper exchange, like no one talks about that. They all say it's illegal. There's that, but there's also like how you build relationships, right? And so like how um when we were younger, because when I was younger, I would listen to the radio and they would say like, oh, call in and get free tickets to this artist's upcoming show, right? So
Hmm.
how they get those tickets? The label gives them those tickets. Why? They're giving them free tickets, they're giving them promo because they want their artists to get played on that station, right? They're
Right.
doing everybody a favor. And the label might go to the radio station, they might take them out to dinner, they might buy them gifts, they might do these things to make them want to support their artists. So there's indirect ways of spending money, of exchanging like funds, and then there's the explicit way of payola that is just not really talked about like that everybody will say. They'll tell because I used to like be on Clubhouse a lot like last year, and I used to hear these people, the executives, they talk about like how the business works, and they used to talk about, yeah, payola is illegal, it's nothing that you can't track or something like that. Shit is under the table, but those are different ways of getting radio play. And so but I think there is like budgets or whatever, and I don't know how to like. There's definitely a budget, right? Because if you're gonna take people out to dinner, if you're gonna buy them gifts, they're not gonna like just blow a bag, on every station. So definitely, there's definitely that.
Yeah.
Quite
But that's why like I just do my part. That's why every day, like, I have artists like I stream, like, I stream Nicki every day. I stream young Devyn. Like I just try to support the people who I fuck with. I try to make sure, especially if you got some new shit out, I'm gonna string your shit and support it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
And
I felt like it was really irresponsible for Ebro to say that, especially like because she had posted something where he just posted last year about
mm,
her being a new artist. Like, let me bring that up. Matter of fact, because that
but
was just crazy to me.
yeah. And if you guys don't know, last year, Young Devin had a freestyle that went viral. It's called Straight to It. And you can find it on all streaming platforms because it wasn't supposed to be released as a song. She was just like playing around, going to use it as social media content. It ended up going viral and they finished it, and put it out as a single. And it was on her first project. And what
Um,
Lauren is about to show you right now is you, that's what I was saying earlier. Like when artists have a viral moment, a lot of people will attach to them. Like radio stations, she got a lot of radio play in New York. And then when Lauren's probably going to show you a video of Young Devin doing some content and saying exactly what I just said for Apple Music for Ebro. And Ebro literally posted this a year ago. So she posted it again today to show him like, yo, but y'all was messing with me last year. And that goes to prove my point where these people, radio, as well as the DSPs, will not playlist or support artists for the most part. And I'm talking about major playlisting, like today's top hits, Rap Caviar on Spotify, and Rap Life on Apple Music, which is the one that Ebro is in charge of, his team. They will not playlist you unless you have the data to back it up. Go ahead.
Oh, keep going. I'm just trying to center this because.
Oh, you think it's gonna get copyrighted?
Love and support from my fans.
So I'm trying to like make it a little smaller. So, wait,
Okay.
I guess I've just got to scroll it. So he said today's Apple Music is Brooklyn's owns Young Devyn with her hit single Straight to It. The Ebro show is live. Tap the radio tab in Apple Music and lock in. So
And the inspiration behind Straight to It, it basically was just supposed to be a fun freestyle, something just to put out on my page as content for my fans. It ended up going crazy, going viral, and I decided to turn it into a real song. And it's been doing amazing, getting a lot of radio play, a lot of love and support from my fans. And I just want to thank you guys. Thank you, Ebro. Thank you, Apple Music One. And I'll see you guys soon.
So you see the date. So this
Right.
was when May 22nd, 2021.
2021. That was over a year ago. Okay.
Right.
Now she reposted that today. I don't know if you can show that
Right here.
Yes, here it is. So she reposted this today, basically saying, because she saw it a back and forth, even though none of us tagged her in our tweets, but she saw it, right?
Yeah. She follows me.
Oh, got you. So yeah, so she saw it and then she reposted, you're like, yeah, y'all was just supporting me like a year ago, what's going on. And then so he quotes it. What did he say? He quotes her. He said,
keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
I don't like that. I ain't even want to flip it. I didn't even want to. I just liked it and just kept it moving. I'm telling you, like the tempo, like I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. Let me just give you an example. Like with Nicki, Nicki, she be on that turn up shit, like go hard. Like Devyn, she's kind of like her energy is kind of soft. So I just kind of like, I don't want to do that because I feel like she's new too, and I don't want to leave a bad taste. Because what if I'm talking shit to Ebro about him? Like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna play that shit. I'm gonna still ask. I ain't one of those people. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna try to ruin the relationship. I've learned that because I said some slick shit to Ebro before, so I'm just glad that he respond back to me. He always do. So I ain't trying to damage that. Right. Not saying that he could do anything for me, but I could request a song or at least put it on the radar. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just talk shit.
Exactly. So what he tried to do in this post was basically say, oh, y'all talking all of this, y'all doing all of this, but we've been supporting Young Devyn, da, 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 da. And like you're saying, like, we don't want to do anything to make Ebro annoyed or feel or like just impact any support that she could receive in the future. Right. We're just basically calling it out. But I just didn't really like that because for what, Ebro? Like, that was a year ago. Like, she's on a whole nother project or whatever. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut for now. But like and that's why I had said to you in another thread was that like I don't like a lot of people, when they have power or when they not have power in the music industry, they're gonna be on Twitter. They're gonna be talking about like what Ebro said earlier today, where like I don't know his blanket statement where he said like. I can't even remember. Like things is not fair, or good music will not necessarily be heard. Like you want to come out and say these blanket statements, but then of course you already know that it's gonna cause a conversation, and that's probably what he is trying to do. Cause a conversation, as well as get engagement. But if you really want to do that, then you have to. You're already reaping the benefits of your position because he literally just got promoted to I have it up here. I just pulled it up. He's got promoted to hold on one second. He got promoted to the global. Okay, when I say global, so global meaning the whole world. The global editorial head of hip hop and R&B for Apple Music. This means that Ebro is now the leader of the team who curates all playlists for hip hop and R&B genres for Apple Music.
See what I'm saying?
So anytime you open the Apple Music app and you see anything that has to do with hip hop and R&B, he's in charge of it. And so a lot of people on Twitter, like other barbs, like last week, they were like, "Oh, don't be arguing with Ebro because then he's gonna take it out on Nicki and not play her stuff." And while I understand that, and once again, I'm never trying to be like confrontational or disrespectful. We're just trying to call out what we're doing, what y'all are doing, because one thing that makes me so passionate is that these executives, him included, they think that we're just fans and we don't really understand like how the business works. Now, granted, most of us probably don't because we're not in it, but we've used at least Nicki's career to try to follow and understand why certain things happen and why they don't happen. And I see it playing out with a younger artist right now. And once again, I just don't think it's fair. But I want them to know that we're not stupid. We're smart and we do our research. I don't know. I do research and I read articles and I can see right through everything that you guys are doing and saying. And so you don't come on Twitter and make these blanket statements about how real talent is not being supportive when you're the head of hip hop and R&B and Apple Music, and you have the power to at least balance the morals of the business with what the culture needs. And I actually saw this. I was listening to Academics earlier, and he because remember him and Ebro was getting into it last week, and Academics had this great statement that really like recentered me because he said that these DSPs, Apple Music, he was really talking about Spotify, but it could apply to all, is that all of these companies are tech companies. They never claim to be music companies. Therefore, do they really care about talent? No, right? And so, can I hold them to a certain standard? But once again, y'all are hiring people who come from the music business in order to make your company better. And so I would love to hope that you guys are going to balance out these expectations and whatever you guys need to make sure y'all business is good and whatever the culture needs in order to really move it forward in a healthy way. I'm gonna pause there. So you can.
Nah, I feel you. They it should. That's why I feel like the support should go across the board. Like I feel like if a record like Cardi B's Hot Shit, I feel like if that record got the support that it did without being Shazammed, not being on the charts across the board, then why Doechii song ain't get that? Why Young Devyn song with Fabio Foreign? I understand. And listen, I'm excited because being from New York and hearing your song on the radio, that's cool to me. But I want to see that shit pop up everywhere. I want to be able to go encore the same way that I see Cardi name on there for a song that's not. It don't. By the way that I look at her song, that song is not getting any steam. So what's the difference from those songs versus those other two artists? Like that's the type of thing where I have an issue with, and I'm just like, I don't understand it. Like, why did she get 30 million in radio audience on that and still no Shazams and nothing? That's not fair.
Exactly.
So I feel like you always have to keep that conversation going because you have to me, I feel like it's worth pointing out because it's like, why is she getting that? And then it's not even to start no beef or no shit like that. But I feel like just the ethics of like, listen, you know how I said this shit before. I said, then you take a person, like say you take a person like a Doechii or a Young Devyn, it's just like, okay, you're talented, you can come with more songs or whatever, but it's like you always have to just keep coming. You got to just keep it coming while a person could just put some bullshit out and it's boom up. You know what I'm saying? You'll get the radio for some bullshit, but then you got to keep making this magic, black girl. Keep making this magic, keep being phenomenal, and you know what I'm saying? And maybe one day you'll get like, and that shit is not right. So that's why I get mad at Azealia Banks for saying that dumb shit. And it's like she knows, like, oh man,
Right.
she knows how hard it is for a black woman, like you know what I'm
And
saying, to get
artists at that,
yeah.
Wait, is she really? Because I did not see that post about her signing with Warner. Is that really?
I don't know.
But yeah, just to wrap up this point. Sorry, go ahead before I say that.
No, go ahead. I'm drinking my drink.
Okay. What I was gonna say to wrap up this segment is that like a lot of people I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a new generation like within the music business in terms of like you're gonna see. Well, every year people get promotions and stuff like that, and now we see, we're seeing Ebro balance these dual roles because he's also, the last time I checked, the VP of programming at Hot 97, which is like the biggest hip hop station in New York. So not only does he have a lot of control over hip hop and R&B at Apple Music, he has almost like a lot of control over the radio, what gets played on the radio in New York as well. And so he's, as they move into these leadership positions and they're supposed to represent the culture, with representing the culture and with having these positions in your power, as well as the great paycheck that you now get from Hot 97, as well as Apple Music. And especially if you want to be online talking about what needs to change, I want them to be about the change. I want these executives to start taking accountability, because a lot of people like to talk about, oh, the artists today, they not shit, ain't no talent, nobody's really rapping, nobody's really singing, R&B is dead, but you guys are the same ones in power. So if you guys are going to be on social media trying to start conversations, y'all need to be able to open to having a conversation, and especially it's taking accountability. And while Ebro, just hypothetically speaking, may not have done anything personally to to slight anybody or to make like the system unequal, is still the systems, like the institutional systems of the industry, as well as the company that you work for, is somebody's fault, and if you're going to represent them and try to be also the voice of the culture, then you got to represent them in a way where it's when it gets tough, because you guys are all already reaping the benefits of your power, but it's time to like really make a change, because what happened last night with PET was just crazy thinking about it.
Right.
Super crazy.
I didn't even watch that, but I seen, a lot of people with the conversation, and I seen Meek Mill, he was upset about, what I'm saying, his baby mom. I didn't even watch the BET Awards. I didn't even, the
Oh,
only
me
thing I
either.
seen was yeah. So listen, I don't know why this is on my spirit, but I just want to say it while I'm in the moment, and I don't know why, but I feel like the niggas, they also got to be loyal in the way that they push it too. The way that I see it back in the day, and maybe I feel like they cool. I feel like this is how I feel, point blank, right? Devyn, she got a song with Fabio. I would hope, like, I don't know, summer when she came out, she came out at Rolling Loud. I was hoping that maybe he would bring her out so they could do their song. I hope Fabio's gonna be at Powerhouse. I don't know if she's yet to be announced. I don't know if she's gonna be there, but I hope that, like, because I just, in my mind, like, I ain't saying like their relationship is like Jay-Z and Foxy or Biggie and Little Kim, but bring a young sister out. And I know that she was saying in one of her interviews recently, when she was saying, like, when she used to perform with Macho, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Am I? Macho Montano?
Marshall.
Yeah, but she said she asked him and she got it. So I hope she just be like, bro, you performing at the Powerhouse. Sometimes you got to make these niggas say no. I ain't trying to make you look like no groupie, but like, fuck that, nigga. Like, you see me out here moving. Like, let's perform this song. Make these niggas say no. Like, fuck that. She deserved to be out there. I hope that she get booked. And I, like, even though, like, I was so happy she performed on the set with Nicki, because I was like, last year she performed, there was still a decent amount of people out there, and I feel like she always does a really good job. And I felt like this year that was dope. It was a large crowd. She deserved that shit. I just want them to push the records to radio. I want her to perform in New York. I feel like you said, she's signed. I'm in Texas. It's like, I shouldn't have to come to New York to see Young Devyn. Like, she need to be like on the tour. Shit, I seen Malibu Mitch down here. She came down here and they did some venue down here. Like, I feel like she need to be, you know what I'm saying? She deserved to be on the road, moving and doing her thing too. So the label just got to push it. And I feel like as long as we, like how you did today and you quoted them, yo, she went live on Instagram, and I'm telling you, the live was no longer than like 20 to 30 seconds. And her label was already calling. So I know they had to see that tweet that you did. They be seeing that shit. You know they do.
That's crazy, because I said, I don't care if y'all see this right now or months from now, whoever managed their social media, I'm tagging the label in this stuff. And I'm surprised that Ebro didn't delete his tweets by now, because he's the type to tweet and delete. So I'm glad that they saw it. And they onto it, but once again, this is industry politics, so they already really know what's going on, but as we want to protect her and not like be so aggressive, they also want to do that too and protect her as well as their relationships that they already have, which is the right way to go, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But
Yeah, but
yeah, go
I
ahead.
hope that they get that song. I hope. Well, I know that she's still. I don't even know if she's gonna come with a video for the song with her and Fabio. Oh, that is what I wanted to ask you. How do you
Mhm,
feel about? All right, Fabio has a record with Young Devyn and both with Nicki Minaj. How do you
mhm.
feel with his lyricism with on the song with these two ladies? What do you think about it?
I listened to Outside probably like twice. I haven't gotten to really spend the time with the project that I want, but I have it streaming every day because I'd be busy or whatever. But I'm not necessarily listening. But I do feel like Favi did step up, especially with We Go Up, like with his lyricism and stuff like that. So I definitely can speak on that. And I'm glad that they work together as well. And the song Outside is approaching 500,000 on
Spotify.
Spotify. So it's
And
doing
listen,
good. Go ahead.
she being humble on here talking to Ebro posting her SoundCloud shit. Nigga, you got fucking like not saying
Right.
nigga. She's a girl. My friend checked me years ago. She said, "Don't call me no nigga." I'm sorry. She's being humble posting that. Like, you know what I'm saying? She got almost 500,000 on Spotify. Like, play my shit. Stop playing these games. Like, so, but I appreciate people like you because you always keep the conversation going. You always understand where I'm coming from. We be volleying for the independent artists. Like, how you still feel about Lakia? You still on her, or what happened with that?
No, oh my God. I'm telling you now. Oh my God. Okay. So
What happened with that? And I also
I
want to ask you about Foxy Brown too.
okay. So Lakia first, before like a couple weeks ago, I will always give her like at least one listen because I respect Lakia as an artist. I respect her talent, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't gotten to her project yet. But I still feel like I'm gonna get to her project because I do respect her talent, and I hope that she learned from her mistakes. But I just been off her, honestly.
You've been
um,
offered, like, are you saying you've been offered since what happened with her and Nicki?
yeah, I haven't. Like, I literally took her out of my playlist. Like, I had two of her songs out of my playlist.
Damn, be critical. It can be serious. It can be dangerous. That's crazy. You won't be playing. I hear that because Coy Leroy got the fucking boot. She
Oh
got the
yeah.
boots. Cause that shit was starting to get on my nerves. I'm telling you, I was so happy. You know, you be happy trying to support your favorite artist, but I'm telling you, after about 2-3 days, Blick Blick started getting on. Want
Well,
that voice? Want about it?
but
That
that's why.
shit.
And it's
Ugh.
so crazy because, remember Blick Blick came out, and then while Blick Blick was out, literally that Blick Blick came out that Friday. Literally Saturday night, Nikki was on live talking about We Go Up, and then she drops it. And then it's funny because I remember when We Go Up dropped, I was like, thank the Lord, because this song is annoying, and it was only 1 week old. Like it was only 1 week old, so.
Ugh.
Child, it's out of the rotation. And it's crazy because I feel like Blick Blick was actually organically one of the best performing songs that Nicki released this year. Like it was doing really good on YouTube, on Spotify as well. I think DWAP was always like the front runner, of course, because it was released before, but Blick Blick was doing pretty good organically, but she definitely messed it up.
Let me tell you, this is what I personally think too. Let me just say this when you talk about Blick Blick doing good the video, right?
Mhm.
I personally feel like Super Freaky Girl the video is doing good, but let me tell you the difference in this video. I don't understand. I don't know if you peeped it from this type of way. I feel like Super Freaky Girl is doing good, but it's not doing like in a Anaconda. What's the other
Rose.
video? It's not doing it like that because she's being sexy with the guy and they doing that shit, but it's not booty popping. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just kind of cute. So if she would have sold sex more, it probably the views would have been up. But that's why I respect it. Like that's why I don't think people, because some people I feel like they're getting really lost in like, why aren't her views higher? To be honest with you, I feel like it's doing what it's supposed to do because she's not really pushing the sex hard in it. And you got to
Right.
realize that matters when you pushing it. You realize that's why good form's up there. That's why I didn't understand why it wasn't getting. It had all of the elements to be a hit record, and they suppressed it because it was that hate train with Cardi. Telling you,
Mhm.
payola is not just paying to play the records. It's also the suppression of somebody else's too. You got to stay
Right.
woke to that shit.
Definitely. Exactly. And even though like SFG is not like super like clean or whatever, I still feel like, especially for the visual aspect, Nicki wants to appeal to like different generations. So not just adults, but for kids to feel comfortable watching the video as well, because she wants her song to do well. She wants it to continue to be stable and really be a hit for an intergenerational hit, if that makes sense.
Right. So I think a lot of people are just caught up and they're like, this is super freaky girl. It's up there. Why isn't that 100 million? And you have to
Yeah.
really sit back and think. It's a sexy video. She looks good in it, but she's not booty popping. It's not Anaconda. What's the other video that she had that went up too? Damn, it's kind of escaped from me.
Trolls, what comes to mind for me is Trolls. That did 45 million in 24 hours.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's like she just really just. What was the most sexiest thing? She was in the kitchen. The guy was, the panties came off. It was kind of like, it wasn't anything that deep to me. It was just more of the aesthetic of the video. That's what kind of sold it to me. Good
Yeah.
video though. I felt like the song is doing really good. What is we going into week 8? She's still going to be in the top 10, so that's dope.
But,
What you think about Foxy Brown talking about Nicki needs to sign Akbar?
I wish she would stop because, oh my God. I mean, like, I mean, I'll say this. I respect Akbar's pen. I just don't know. I'm still not really sure if I could take her all the way serious as an artist. And I still feel like there's gonna be some antics involved. I still feel like Akbar, she still has like some maturing to do, some growing up to do. And I'm not really sure if I would want Nicki to be associated with that. And I'm not sure if she does herself. But once again, Foxy, I mean, you're speaking on Nicki's business. Like, speak
Right?
on
Why you
your,
doing that? Yeah. Why
you
don't
know,
you sign her?
exactly. Why don't you sign her? So that's how I feel about that. But see, she did it again tonight. And this is the second time she said that publicly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, all right, girl.
She ain't going hard for Malibu Midge.
Child, I didn't even notice it. I did not
What'd you
notice
think of? Let me ask you how you felt about this, because yesterday this was my take on it.
it. Mhm.
When I sat back and thought about it, I said, okay, Cardi did respond, but Malibu Mitch did come online pop. She was being slick, and we knew.
Yeah,
Come on, you know who she was talking about.
right. I agree. I think that she definitely started what happened yesterday. And I feel like I personally, like me personally, I will never start with somebody. I'm always gonna wait until you come to me first. You at
Thank
me
you.
with the way that everything has been going, it's like, why would you, like, I understand, what she was trying to do. She said, oh, I was speaking in general, but like, once
Uh-huh.
again, a lot of eyes are on you right now. You're a public figure and you should have really just been quiet, especially if you were really dealing with your health in the hospital for however long you were in the hospital. And and that's actually okay. Hold on, let me pause, because like that's how I feel. And what I don't like is that every day is a different girl. And I don't like, even though we know that Nicki is not behind this, it don't look good, right? It just don't, to like the naked eye or to the GP, like, oh, why is it every day somebody who's, fucks with Nicki is falling out with Cardi? Like, and we could have really prevented that if you could have just waited for the girl to come at you. And who knows if she would have came at her. And honestly, this is my conspiracy theory. I feel like Cardi came outside yesterday because she knew that Malibu just got out the hospital and she didn't think she was gonna come outside. Because Malibu said, I listened back to like her space earlier where she said the doctor told her to be on bed rest. And she wasn't even out of the hospital 24 hours before she came outside to go find Cardi. So girl, like, please keep yourself safe. Like, I don't even know.
Right.
But I'm kind of over it. Like, if she start with y'all, then okay, but like, don't give her no reason to go off. Because once again, you know, everybody, y'all doing it for yourselves, I guess, but once again, like at the end of the day, it's falling back on Nicki because it's and the YouTube streets be too hot. I already watched several videos on this, and the issue with a lot of things is that people are really not seeing what's going on, and they go by like basic headlines or what I said, like, oh, it just looks bad because it's like everyone who's associated with Nicki is coming for Cardi, and that's the storyline that they're going with. But they don't remember that this all started because all of those other girls were mad about the Queen mix. Like, let's not lose that, in these conversations.
I think what it is that Cardi may be mad that they even worked with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't be mad about that though. It's the industry.
Right. But the thing is, you be doing the same thing too. Like, you know what I always wanted to ask? Do you find that there is like a pattern or a characteristic in common with the type of female rappers that Cardi approaches to collaborate with?
No, I think that she can tell when somebody is. I feel like this, right? This is what I personally feel. I feel like Cardi is an inbox hopper. And I feel like when she sees a female rapper who's really talented, instead of being like against her, and it's something that only a weak person does. Not saying that you can't show love or anything when you're not, but I just feel like with Cardi, I feel like she approaches these people just to wave the flag, just so that she could. I don't know, like in return, and they might get shouted out. I don't know, like I just feel like Cardi is a weakling. Me personally, I feel like I don't. That's how I personally feel. That's how I personally feel. I don't know if that answers your question, but
Nah, pretty much. Pretty much. But, let me get off your shit so you can continue with your night. And
nah, I'm about to
this,
get up. I'm about to get up off here though.
okay,
But I
cool. Well,
appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through.
yes, I also want to say one more thing, and that's why I wanted to come on because we've been talking about me coming on for a while now, and I'm so glad. Like, I don't like to do things just because, I'm glad that there was something that I really wanted to talk about, and you already know, like, I could have talked about this on Station Head and whatever, but like, I just really feel like this conversation that we had, about like Apple Music and Devyn and Ebro, I feel like it's just very important, and I wanted to speak to a wider audience, and I also want this hopefully, this video to live on for forever, and hopefully more people come across it because people need to open their eyes. Like, fans need to open their eyes, and I know a lot of fans are on to like, all of the BS that goes on behind the scenes, but it's a bigger issue, that needs to be talked about and needs to be addressed, and these people need to be held accountable in power at these DSPs, at these labels and stuff like that. So I just want to say thank you for, having me on, and I
Yeah,
really appreciate it. And y'all know,
anytime.
you know. So yeah,
Anytime. You already know. I told you. So I'm happy that you wanted to come up here in regards to this because you was passionate about it like me.
facts. And everybody, before I get off, please like, comment, and subscribe to Female Rap Elite, one of the first commentary channels I found on YouTube. And I said, damn, I'm so glad I didn't even have to look that hard because, child, I found somebody who thinks just like me. So thank you so much once again. And I'll be in the
Yeah.
comments. Okay?
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you for stopping by.
Of course. All right.
All
Bye.
right. Later. I'm late. So who is this person? Oh, that's Destiny. Sugar Lojo. So let's see. So none of the male rappers care about how Cardi feels about Nicki. Let's keep going. What's up, Vontae? Carlos B. Reeboks on sale for $1.99 at your local Pizza Hut. Yo, you're crazy. You're crazy. She lives in the DMs. That's crazy. So thanks for speaking facts. So shout out to Young Devin too. Everybody in the chat, please make sure that you thumbs up this video. It's 200 people here, so I should at least have 100 likes by the time I get off of this shit. Shout out to Young Devin. Please make sure that you check out Baby Goat too. Make sure that you go to Spotify, Apple Music, no matter where you are. Just put Young Devin, Devyn. I'm gonna put the link. Matter of fact, when I get off of here. I'm gonna put it in the description of the video, but check her music out, support artists, especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we be out here really in the mix of artists that be having all this drama, and I feel like we end up missing the artists who really have good music. So do yourself a favor, like even if you hold yourself, especially if you on my channel, and you know we always talking about different artists, like come on, at least a few times a week, support somebody new and just listen to their music. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that helps them too. Like we want to see people performing. I would love to see. I would love to see Doja live. I would love to see Young Devyn live. And I don't feel like I should have to go to a major city. Like I am in a major city, but with Young Devyn, I know she does. I think she went to Atlanta though and did a show. But I want to see them in like Texas and shit like that. So I seen Malibu Mitch. So hopefully things will just work out in 2023 and shit will just happen. But yeah, support the independent, support the emerging artists because they appreciate your support as well. So let's see in the comments. Her voice is very tranquil. Are you trying to seduce? So she was seducing you? Okay, Destiny. Somebody said your voice is very tranquil. Tranquil like NyQuil? A Dayquil? Tranquil like NyQuil? A Dayquil? Oh, God. Keep independent artists in your rotation along with your big artists like Nicki. Yup, that's what I be doing. Yep, I be mixing it. I'm telling you, on my playlist, I got the damn Love in the Way, and then right after Love in the Way, it go right into the Cruise Control with Capella Gray. It's perfect. It's like the perfect boom, 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 boom. It's perfect. So I added Young Devyn and London Hill to my Nicki playlist. They're very talented. Yep, I love the London Hill song too. Who I like a lot of her music. I'm glad you. What songs did you add, Shaw, to your playlist? All gifted. See, I wish that's why I get mad because I feel like these labels, if they could do anything to help these artists too, especially emerging artists, they said in 2023 is supposed to be a change and you can be able to play people's music and, you know, you'll get some sort of, because I feel like it holds people back. Hold on a second. Who's this? Oh, my friend, she just called me. She sent me a message earlier though. She didn't give me time to respond back. I'm gonna hit her back, but I'm about to get off of here anyway. So, let's see. On Station High, I wish she would speak with the music because I can't hear her. Oh, I wish she would speak without the music. Oh, JC Elizabeth, she said she wish she would speak without the music. So she like your voice. Hold on a second. Let me play something. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna play something, then I'm gonna end the show. Hold on a second.
Let's go. New Foxy Brown.
Come again.
Whole Brooklyn. Stand the fuck up.
Okay.
Let's get it on, niggas.
Come on.
DJ Absolute. Operation Lock. Damn.
But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. They don't like Gabby because he stay in Cheetah with a Chris White beat on. Drinking yacht, never mind the time. See, I pay them no mind.
It's an after y'all. From the motherfucking top. New Foxy Brown. Because they don't like me.
Yes.
DJ Absolute, motherfucker.
Come again. Come on. Oh.
Young girl.
Okay.
Queens, niggas.
But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. They don't like Gabby because he stay in Cheetah with a Chris White beat on. Stinking yacht, never mind the time. See, I pays him no mind. Bit slow your roll. Fox got this rap shit under control. Which I touch turn gold, but I touch turn canary. Damn, this shit's scary. And my name speak the truth. Y'all can't fuck with homie. I'm the truth in that booth. I'm the beast in the lab. I'm a goon on the tune with a boom and a Marc Jacob bag. I'm Brooklyn's own, and no matter where the crib is, the borough is my motherfucking home. I'm BK's finest, and a fresh pair of ears and still shout the designers. How many times I got to let y'all bitches know I'm why so many bitches wanna take my flow. I'm too hot, too dope, flow like that pink Chris and mimosa. Who the fuck doper? Niggas wanna run up in my spot.
Vibes. Look, baby go 2 is reloaded. Got the hottest tape in the streets right now. Yeah. Listen, look, they done broke up the tongue and now they got me started. You supposed to vacant apartment, shoot like a rapper but move like an artist. Only see blue when I roll out this coffin. Listen, think it's time that I clear up the rumors about who got the city on offense. I am not shorty, they see I'm maneuver, cause when I be stepping, moving them stompers, I get that motivation to the realest. I'm missing to my bag and not my feelings. I make a couple thousand for my minutes, trippy little step on mommy little minutes. I see him throwing shots but I don't feel it. We don't even know your block the ball spin it. Please you going, I already did it. The money is showing, made it up for citizens. Got up the porch, I fell in love with the court. I cannot play for no lackers. Went on the tour, realized I had to see more. You be coming, we can go backwards. Girl is a cross, she only beat for the sport. Till we catch you in here while I ask her. Move like a boss, I fell in love with my sauce and I heard it until new a rapper. Hold on, that's tough. I just straight out the town, that's us. Told them I got the crown. That what if the homies ain't feeling your sound? That's much. We're too booked in around, that's much. I lost my dog and I found bad luck. If you play with my name, you a clown. That's us for my team to LA. I am now that up. Look, no, I'm not underrated, that's an understatement. I'm the hottest coming off the feature. Went from my mother basement to 100 stages. I remember saving up the sneakers. Got me a deal before I got a feature. I was convinced to play me on his speaker. Body like never let nobody reach her. If he gon' say it, do it on a knee nut. Flow unlocked, way too smart, I don't know no op. Say to my lane, now I know nuts up and they know what I can cause they know my block. I put in paper, these froze up rocks, so I won't hesitate to go show my knock. Mama gon' pray cause she know my fuck. I'm just trying to get paid to control my spot. Clack, 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 boom! Hottest in the city, you already know it, baby, go 2 reloaded. Clap!
Yeah, I'm over here fucking up my last snack of the night. It's like almost 10:30, so yeah, that was delicious. I just finished off my gummy bears. What was these? Black Forest, real juicy, real good. They were so good. They were so good. Yo, you know what I'll be thinking? I'll be feeling like they be judging me. Because I'm telling you, typically a person who goes into a drugstore, they're typically going in there to get certain things. I promise you, I go to Walgreens just to go there to get candy. They'd be like, you really came here? Yep, I came here to get gummy bears. I came here to get the shit that I wanted. Listen, I'm one of those people, I go to stores for certain things that I like from there. For some reason, I don't like CVS candy aisle. It just feels old. It needs to be revamped. I'm sorry. I like all of that Haribo shit. I like that, but then sometimes when I want something different, like I'll get something different. And I feel like Walgreens typically has a better selection on candy. And I typically go there just for candy or like washing detergent if I'm going to, if I need some shit. So listen, what's the name of that Foxy Brown song that's played? It's called Dem Not Like Me. Yeah, so just put Foxy Brown, Dem Nah, N-A-H, Like Me, Dem Not Like Me. Them not like me, and me not like them. Them are my enemy, and me and them no friend. Them not like me, and me not like them. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, my phone about to fucking die. I got 1%. Yeah. Let me see. All right, I had my externship at Walgreens. They be full of shit. What did you say? I had my externship. Cardi picks female rappers. That what to shine badly. I think she just reaches out to a lot of them, especially when she can see that they're talented. Like, you know what I'm saying? She just wants to be the first, but whatever. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. Nicki said she was going live. At the rate that I'm feeling, I'm about to be asleep like within the next hour because I'd be mad at myself. Like last night, I probably went to sleep close to 2 o'clock. You got to realize I got to get right back up at 6. Ain't no way. If you got to be, well, I typically get up. A lot of times I end up getting up at like 5:45 because I be wanting to be out by like a certain time. But shit, when, I don't know. That shit is a lot in the morning. Then you got to get up. You got to get yourself ready. Then I be wanting to do certain shit before I leave. It's just a lot. So Going to sleep at like 2 in the morning and have to get up in like 4 hours. That's not no real sleep. That's why on Fridays I be crashing out. Like, I don't know about y'all, but on Friday I be catching up on my shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get some good rest Friday. Let's see. Swedish fish, my favorite type of gummy. You know, I like Swedish fish, but them shits be like straight sugar sometimes. I gotta be in the mood for those, or I gotta be somewhere, and that's the only option. I don't really just go and buy those though. I'm telling you, I want something fruity and chewy. So I want some, if I'm getting gummy bears, typically they're gonna be Haribo, and if they not, they're gonna be Black Forest. That's what I want. I like that fruity type of candy. And to me, Swedish fishes, they're good, but nah, I don't really want that. I'd rather have some gummy bears, especially if you go to the damn candy shop and get those gummy bears. Well, I don't know with COVID how that's going on. I don't know how that how if that impacts people getting candy self serve in the store. But yeah, this one place is called Lolly and Pops. It's in the mall. It's in a lot of malls out here, but they got the best gummy bears. I'm telling you, if you're a gummy bear connoisseur like me, I love gummy bears. So check out those little gourmet candy shops because they be having the best gummy bears there. That's the meds though. When it comes to candy, Mambas. Oh, I love Mambas. Them shits is dumb good. Oh, I love Mambas. I like peach rings. Oh, I love peach rings too. They gotta be fresh and a good brand. Yeah, not the store brand. You right about that. I love peach rings. Ooh, them shits are so good. I be eating them shits slow sometimes, but I'll try to eat the front of it first till they get to the. Yeah, yo. When I eat like the Snickers bar, I was telling my coworker, I was like, when I was younger, I don't know why, but I love the nougat of the Snicker bar. So when I ate a Snickers bar, I would eat the whole top first, and I still kind of eat it like that as an adult. I still do, like, and I feel like it's funny as hell because I saved that nougat part for last. That's the best part. That is the best part. Like, yo, these labels pick female rappers that don't have a lot of talent and can make quick money from control them. Right. In some cases they do. In some, you know. Them strawberry rings is addicting. Where you see strawberry rings, I never seen no strawberry rings. I always see peach rings, and it just depends what mood I'm in. I gotta be in the mood to get those peach rings. I ain't saying they ain't good though. I like those watermelon things from Haribo too. Them that's good. That watermelon jelly part, that part is good. I'm gonna see. My mom, she used to get all of them damn. You know those candies where you see in the store like those gels like those candies that have like the sugar on it and it'll be like red, especially for Christmas, it'll be like red and it'll be like green. Those it's like what I'm talking about, those like they're like gels, like fruity gels. Let's see, I do that with my Twix. See, I do that with Twix too. So listen, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all coming by. You know what I mean? Make sure that y'all stream Young Devyn Baby Go To. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're still here. Dip. No, what is it? It's like those, you know what I'm talking about. Those candies. It'll be like in a pack. It'll be like red and green, and they'll just have like sugar on them. It won't even be like sweet or sour sugar. It's like just that type of candy. My mom like candy corn too, and for me, I like candy corn too, and I can't understand why people don't like it. My grandmother liked candy corn. I love candy corn. I was gonna make a cookie and put some candy corn in it too, but I don't know how that would go. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here though. So listen, I hope all of y'all have a great, safe, amazing evening and day tomorrow. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button before you get up out of here. You talking about them slices? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The slices. You know how the fruit slices? Not like I'm gonna have to show it to you, but I love them shits. I like all of that old school candy. I'm just a candy connoisseur. I love candy, and I remember when I was younger, right? When they first came out with the flavored Tootsie Rolls, that shit was a thing back in the 90s, especially the teachers started bringing them shits to school. See, the thing about me was I loved all the ones that people hated. I'm like, what? You don't like the lemon Tootsie Roll? I'm like, are you fucking crazy? I'm like, these people are stupid and you don't like the vanilla? Oh, give me all of the vanillas. And then you know what's so crazy with me? I promise you, I don't even like banana flavored stuff, but give me some banana now and laters or banana Laffy Taffy. I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is about banana Laffy Taffy, but I love it. I don't get it a lot, but I do love banana Laffy Taffy. I like the orange one. Good night, LeBron in chat. Yeah. Gumdrops. Yeah, I like gumdrops. Yeah. Sean Butler say yes. Yeah. So them banana Laffy Taffies, those are the best. Yep. So listen, y'all be safe. This is your boy LeBron, female rap elite. I'm up out of here. Peace.